Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel where I dive deep into influencer culture and call influencers and various other people out for their crappy behaviors. Today I have a bit of a different one for you guys. I got called out, amazing, for being really mean to Matt and Abby. And how we should just leave them alone because they're doing the best they can. And I don't know, a bunch of other stuff that I half listened to because I realized what was happening and that I was getting called out and lost interest immediately, knowing that I was going to just call it out with you guys. So let's see what this wonderful creator has to say. Let's go, guys. Okay, so this person 3 days ago, God's Girl 97-1. She's a Christian. Why is it always the Christians calling people out? It's not very Christian of you to police freedom of speech. Just throwing it out there. But she decided to call me out with her 6 followers. Not to follower shame or anything, but you look silly right now. She was kind of making a blanket statement towards me and other people who are talking about Matt and Abby and calling them out for their egregious behaviors. Now, in my last video, I get it. The whole her announcing the day after her niece was born, not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. What I was like mind blown about, I guess you could say, was the fact that she released it the day after her niece was born, after having said in the podcast that she wants to be really mindful about giving them their time and their space to enjoy the moment. That is just ridiculous. And the fact that so many people didn't see that as ridiculous is ridiculous and thought that I was just overreacting. Fine, maybe I was overreacting. Whatever. But it's silly to say something and then do the exact opposite, in my opinion. Also, don't confuse my ADHD, whatever else is going on up here, passion with anger or outrage or whatever. Yeah, I get heated and I get energized and energetic talking about ridiculous stuff. That's just how I am. It's just how I am. I can't change that. I get passionate about things and I get loud and I get excited and proud about things. It is what it is. But yeah, in the grand scheme of things, you're right. It doesn't matter. This is internet drama that affects none of our lives whatsoever. But evidently, this TikTok creator didn't think so. It affected her life in a big way. I don't know what video of mine she saw, but she was just kind of blanketly, not a word, calling a bunch of us out for calling out Matt and Abby. So she stitched this person's video, which was a very educational video on all the controversies, the 5 pages of controversies that she wrote out that Matt and Abby have been a part of. And I want you to just take a second to sit back and think, if someone was able to take 5 pages of notes on all of the stuff that Matt has said, the controversies that Matt and Abby have been in, then maybe we need to do some reflection as to why these people are getting called out and how it might be valid. Just throwing it out there. So let's just go ahead and play this video and see what this woman has to say about us calling out Matt and Abby. And of all people, Matt and Abby, you're choosing to die on the hill of supporting and standing Matt and Abby? Some of these stands do so much work. It's like, how much are they paying you to do this? Because like, really? Okay.
I'm not coming for this one person in particular. I've seen it numerous times throughout TikTok. I've seen the comments.
She did, and then she tagged me in the comments. The least you could have done was stitch my video if you were going to tag me and call me out, but no, couldn't do that.
I've read the comments. Why are we continuing to bash people? Why are we continuing to tear other people down? I'm sorry, I didn't realize that we were supposed to be perfect parents.
Okay. This is a really good pause screen. Yikes. Nobody said anything about being perfect parents. That's the thing. These people twist things so much and they're like, oh, well, you called them out. So like, I didn't realize you were a perfect parent. Like, no, I never said I was a perfect parent. In fact, I say repeatedly, not on the internet, that I'm not a great parent. And I worry day in and day out about my parenting and my kids and everything that I'm doing and messing up my kids and all the things. I am a concerned parent in that regard. But nowhere did anyone ever state that they were perfect parents in this argument. Just because you're calling out someone's crappy behavior that can be inherently harmful for other people to replicate, like leaving your toddlers alone on a cruise ship, just because you call that out doesn't mean that you're virtue signaling as a perfect parent. But would I leave my toddlers unattended in a cruise ship cabin? No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't even think about doing that. Nor would I think about bringing toddlers on a cruise, but that's just me. That's just me. That sounds exhausting and like not a good way to enjoy a relaxing cruise, frankly. Toddlers are terrors. But I hate this argument so much. It's like, oh, well, I didn't realize you were a perfect parent. Nobody wants anyone to be a perfect parent. But don't post shit to the internet that is harmful for young, impressionable parents. This is where people are getting their parenting advice nowadays. It's from influencers. That's why we have an entire generation, Gen Alpha, who are running amok with no parents because of the boom in gentle parenting influencers who aren't actually doing proper gentle parenting. They're doing permissive parenting, and their kids are running amok destroying Sephoras, making teachers walk out of classrooms. That's the problem. No one wants anyone to be perfect. Just don't post stupid shit. I didn't know that was so hard.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize we were supposed to be perfect couples.
Perfect couples. Well, most couples, again, don't trash talk their wife. Most couples don't have a baby together and then ignore their wife who just went through labor for 2 days postpartum. Most couples don't separate and sleep in the closet while their wife is struggling with her mental health or struggling with life. Most men don't criticize their wives' bodies postpartum or comment on them in negative ways like Matt has done repeatedly. But the fact that he ignored her for 2 days postpartum and said that she ruined his life by bringing his second son into this world, is there really an argument against that? Just wondering.
If you don't like their stuff, don't post, don't comment on their stuff, don't watch their stuff.
I don't.
But that doesn't give you the right to actively tear someone down.
Yes, it does.
Again, not coming for this one person. I've seen it numerous times. I see it for numerous different creators. I'm sorry, my son is literally right here wanting to be picked up, and I don't want him in this video.
My son is literally wanting to be picked up right now, and I don't want him in this video. So I'm just going to ignore my son and not parent and not pause this video and not, tend to my baby that wants my attention right now. Right. Okay. But we're criticizing perfect parents and Matt Knapp, standing up for Matt Knapp. Okay. Got you.
I'm so tired of us tearing other people down. That's not our...
So why don't you not watch my shit then? Again, you could take your own advice and just not watch the people tearing other people down. But I think providing constructive criticism, like, hey, don't leave your kids alone on a cruise ship, isn't really tearing people down. Now, if you take it that way, maybe that's a little bit of projection on your end.
Jobs. Our jobs isn't to judge. Our jobs isn't to tear other people down. Our job is to build people up and lift people up. You don't like it, don't watch it.
I don't watch it. You don't like my content, don't watch it. It goes both ways. And I'm not going to lift up a parent or a person who is posting harmful stuff or negative stuff or stuff that I don't agree with. I'm not gonna lift that up. Not about it. Not about it.
You don't like how they parent? Don't watch it. Yes, they have a very fortunate situation where the grandparents live with them. That doesn't mean the grandparents are raising their children. That doesn't mean that the grandparents are that they're not taking care of their kids. They are taking care of their kids.
How do you know? See that too. They're so quick to come at us with you don't know what you're talking about. How do you know what you're talking about? I have questions. I'm curious. I'm curious as to how you know more about that end of the spectrum than I know about this end of the spectrum. It again, goes both ways. The door swings both ways. She probably got hit on the ass on the way out.
You can see Abby loves being a mom. Matt is allowed to have depression. Matt is allowed to struggle with his mental health. And Abby is allowed to support him through that.
Was anyone saying that he wasn't allowed to struggle with his mental health? Did anyone like comment on? I've never commented on that. And again, this isn't directed at me, right? It's directed at all the haters. But are people actually saying that Matt wasn't allowed to go through depression? Like, he is. Does he look silly with the way he presents his depression? Yeah, he does, because he's one of the most privileged people on the planet. And he could afford therapy. He can afford drugs. He can afford, oh, wait, Christian, we don't take drugs for depression because it's just made up in our brain or something like that. And we just need to pray to Jesus hard enough and it'll fix it, right? Nobody said Matt couldn't be depressed. But just because you have mental health issues does not give you the right to treat other people like crap. Period. Point blank.
I bet a lot of us don't enjoy posting every day. I don't post every day for my mental health.
You've posted 3 times. Does this person have another platform? There's no way. I don't post every day for my mental health. Like, what are you talking about? She's talking like she's some grand influencer. Like, girl, you have 4 followers.
But that is how they make their living.
And I know. I have like 24 followers on TikTok. Not the point. Again, not follower shaming here, but like to die on a hill supporting Matt and Abby and then come at everyone with doing the exact same thing, just like the opposite end of the coin that critics are doing, is a weird dichotomy. It's a weird vibe.
Matt writes songs. He wrote a song about having depression and people attacked him for it, saying he had no right. If you don't like them, don't watch them. It is not that hard.
She's literally going to cry
but
right
please
now.
Stop attacking other people. I'm sorry. I didn't realize you were perfect. Again, you haven't attacked Matt and Abby? Great. Good for you. Please don't. For those of you that do, please stop. It's not your place.
So that was it. That was it. And it gave me a good chuckle when I saw it for the first time. Because I was like, what? Okay. You don't like me attacking them. Don't watch my stuff. And also, it's not attacking to like shoot straight facts. This video wasn't meant to tear anyone down. This was a response video for the comments on my video that got 1.2 million views. Like I said, I wasn't coming for you. I just used your video as an example because you had pages of why you don't like Matt and Abby. The comments were also coming from Matt and Abby. I don't understand at all. But yeah, so that was just a really, really funny thing. And this woman doesn't have pages as to why she doesn't like Matt and Abby. She just has pages of stuff that they've done, right? We can say that, hey, we don't like these people and here's all the stuff they've done. You can't argue against that. And also, when posting online, not everybody is going to agree with you. They're not always going to agree with what you have to say or what you post or who you decide to talk about, what you decide to talk about, your hot takes on things. And that's okay. It doesn't change anything. And again, it goes both ways. You don't want to see the critical comments about Matt and Abby? Don't watch them. But you cannot come on the internet and expect everyone to love you all the time. It doesn't work like that. And if you're repeatedly doing things that upset people, that enrage people, that are gross displays of behavior, you're going to get called out for it. And it's part and parcel. That's it. But this was just a quick little one because I thought it was really fun that I got called out, especially for a Matt and Abby stan. I got a little tickled by that. And yeah, goes both ways. Definitely goes both ways there, Chicky Poo. I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day wherever you are in the world. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, guys.